Nnamdi Kanu. You will not end well, Ohanaeze tells Onochie. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. Apex Igbo socio-cultural organization Ohanaeze Igbo has condemned Lauretta Onochie, an aide to President Muhammadu Buhari, over a statement and a cause for the release of IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. Onochie had berated Igbo elders and religious leaders for appealing to the president to order the release of Kanu from the custody of the Department of State Services (DSS). The media aide described them as political neonates who are also ignorant of the laws of the land. Reacting to Onochie's response, National Publicity Secretary for Ohanaeze Igbo, Alex Ogbonna, said the president's aide denigrated her kinsmen for acceptance into another group. In the first place, I doubt if it falls within the official circumference or schedule of duties of Lauretta Onochie to respond to a letter of passionate appeal to President Muhammadu Buhari on the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and other problems currently affecting Igbo land. It is also curious that the response from Onochie came barely less than 48 hours after the letter was dispatched to the presidency. Furthermore, most people share the views that a special advisor to the president on media, Femi Adesina or Garba Shehu, would have been more articulate and circumspect in responding to a letter from the Council of Traditional Rulers, Archbishops, and the clergy from the Igbo ethnic group. Wow. Wow. Well, she definitely picked her side. She picked her side, and she did not only pick her side, she really, man. If you read this particular or listen to this particular speech made by Lauretta Onochie, you see that she not only openly picked a side, which is normal, everybody is entitled to their opinion. You have the freedom of choice. You do not support this particular movement. It should not be a do or die affair. But definitely, that you disagree with something does not now mean you should now, be rating, using all sort of derogatory comments. Now, this letter came in from the traditional rulers and religious leaders. That particular letter commands respect. As in anybody reading it now, you are not the president. In replying to it, you've picked your side, fine. But why use derogatory comments? I mean, it is very unprofessional of her to do. Why use very derogatory comments, knowing that your office is an office of, how am I going to put it now, is an office where everything, as in you are on display, everybody watches what you do. If you're in a leadership position, of course you should know that if you breathe in, they will say you breathe in. You breathe out, they say you breathe out. You eat, they will say you eat. That is it. You become like the center of attention. Now, you not only picked a side, which is totally fine. Of course, we can disagree, but disagree very peacefully. It does not mean that you should now use derogatory. If you listen to it, she used many words that is against professionalism. I mean, it is okay, like I said, to pick a side. Now, these people are not only angry that she picked a side that is not with them. They are saying she really berated them, which is very bad. I mean, it does not speak well. It does not speak well for her personality. It does not speak well of her at all. If you have not known her from Adam before, and this is your first impression, man, it is ruined. Of course, anytime you think about that particular name again, you're going to say, is it not that lady? That is it. It is not professional at all. It is not professional at all. Well, these people have been pleading to the federal government to please release Nnamdi Kanu and choose negotiation rather than coercion. You're not going to help them to say, they're not telling you to help them say, you have already written it in a letter. You have written it in a letter. And the letter even got, of course, the letter would assume that it got to the president. And of course, he read it for it to get his aid now. And then, like I said, you can be very neutral. You can pick a side and be very neutral. Very neutral about it. But for the fact that you use many derogatory comments, except she's not the one that particularly, that thing was just given to her to write down. Man, even if they gave it to her to write down, she can be very, very diplomatic about it and play, how am I going to put it now, safe. This one openly. And these people, like I said, they are traditional rulers. They are not ordinary people. They are not, how am I going to put it now, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB people. Now that it's okay, you are using those derogatory statements. These people are traditional rulers and religious leaders. Just as you are a center of attention, they are also a center of attention. It is not right. It's not right at all. At all. So now, going back to the reason why they wrote this letter, I do not know why the presidency or the administration do not want to pick dialogue now. Do not want to negotiate. I mean, let's tell ourselves the truth. This particular government, they negotiate with kidnappers and bandits. Let us just say the truth. They negotiate with these people, agree with them, then they pay these people money. Now, these people are not saying, give us money. They don't want your money. All they want is for the, right now, what is causing the agitation is because the said leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is in detention. And of course, it's like he's in detention and he's also going to court, and they're not even allowing him that freedom. Somebody going to court, okay, I'm not going to run away. But no, they're still keeping him in the DSS. The DSS are with him, or is with him. And of course, they are with him. They are also infringing on his fundamental human rights. Number one, they are holding him against his will. Number two, they are not agreeing. They're not letting people. If you have been following these stories now that is coming up, if you have been following it, people will come to visit him. Even when the court have said, okay, you can allow these people visit this person. They do not. They flaunt the orders of the court. And I keep saying, are there people now who are above the law in this country? I mean, sometimes you hear some news and you're like, can this really happen? Like, can this now really, really happen? If it can really happen, then there is problem. There is a very big problem. Yes. For it to happen, that means, this thing, if you want, I keep saying it, there's a way you would do things and you don't mean, how am I going to put it? You do not mean, I don't know how I'm going to put it into words. You don't mean to do it. Yeah? But the way you are going to appear, people will not think in that direction. This thing now, you're supposed to do it. You are not going to, you don't want to, you don't mean to do it. Yet, people will not be able to see it. It's not clear. But this particular government, they don't practice supremacy of the law, and yet they keep screaming democracy, one Nigeria. Yet, do things that will facilitate democracy? No. Do things that will facilitate the unity? Of course, the unity of Nigeria. Look at, let me tell you, it is not just a one person. It is not the work of just the federal government, but the federal government role in it is very vital because they have to be fair. Then the citizens, nobody should see themselves as, supreme. Nobody should see themselves as, I am more than this particular people. Every one of us, we are under Nigeria and we are Nigerians. That is just the truth. I just hope that this particular issue that this is a feedback for her. She should take it that the act she did was very unprofessional. I mean, Onochie now, and that the Nigeria as a whole will find peace. This country is short of peace. On those notes, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.